Hey guys, today I'm going to be sharing with you a quick red beans and rice slow cooker recipe, but I'm going to be doing it in my Instant Pot because if you don't know, Instant Pots do have slow cooker settings on them, so you can do that. But this is the reason why I'm using my Instant Pot. We can do saute mode in an Instant Pot and then swap it over to slow cooker, and you don't have to mess up like multiple utensils. So that's the main reason I'm doing this. I forgot to get a spoon out and I need that. So I'm going to first of all put just a little bit of olive oil in the bottom of this because I'm going to be putting some sausage in. Not sure if it's going to have enough oil or not, so I don't want it to stick and burn and get gross, so I'm going to go ahead and put some oil in there. Just a couple of maybe tablespoons, not a lot, which honestly olive oil is not an unhealthy oil, so it's not a big deal. So I do have it heating up on the saute mode. It's not quite to the temperature I want it to be, but it is super close, and I am smelling the oil, so it may be, nah, it's not there yet. I want to hear the sizzle, but it'll be okay. This is kielbasa. That's what Jeff chose for this time. Oh, there's the sizzle. You hear it? I don't know if y'all can hear it or not, but I see it right there. It's starting. It's going. There we go. Anyway, it is kielbasa, and I don't remember if it was 12 ounces or a pound, but it's one or the other. And I'm not going to worry about cooking this completely through. I'm just going to get a good brown on it because those brown bits will be good in the red beans. And this is just the beans part. There's no rice part here. I will, in my other little smaller Instant Pot, I will cook up some rice. But I'm not going to share that with you guys because it's super simple. If ever you do want to know how to make rice in an Instant Pot, just let me know and I can do it. But I just don't see the point right now. So I'm going to let this cook up, and then I'll come back with the next step.
Just stay one more night. I'll be by your side. Just stay. One more night. I'll be by your side. We'll live for a new day. We live life the hard way, but not today. Just stay. Just stay. Just stay. One more night.
Okay, so at this point, I'm going to take the sausage out, and we're not going to worry about all those little bits in the bottom. Now, if I were doing a pressure cook, I'd have to get that out, because if you don't get that out, it will cause it to say food burn on it, so you'd have to get it out. But I'm not doing a pressure cook, I'm just doing a slow cook. So now I've got about a cup of ham. I had it in the freezer, and y'all can't see a thing. Okay, is that a little bit better? Maybe. I don't know. The steam is everywhere. But because I had it in the freezer, you see how it's gotten a bunch of those bits up? But I'm just going to let this just heat up a little bit. I'm not actually cooking this much because it's already fully cooked. I just want to let it heat up, get a little bit of the brown on it, and then I'm going to take it out, and I will come back when it's time for that part, which won't be long. This doesn't take long at all. Y'all are getting all steamed up. Goodness, I don't know what to do about it. I actually put the camera up higher hoping that wouldn't happen this time, but whenever you're sauteing, that's just what happens whenever you have the camera above. So I'm just gonna let this cook just maybe 5 minutes, and then I'll be back. Okay, so the ham has been cooking a little bit, and I'm gonna take it out now and just put it in with the sausage. And as soon as I get it out, I'm gonna throw in the onions, which is about 1 medium to small onion. And y'all may hear Noah in the pantry because he's getting some more gloves for me, because like this type of glove, because I'm about to be cutting this up, and we're still getting a few peppers from our garden, so we're using them. All right, onion time. But I have a drawer in the pantry that Jeff built me that has different things in there that are kitchen things, and the gloves are stored in there. So you keep food stuff with food stuff.
Just feel my heart inside. Our love can grow so bright. Just stay. We found our way into the grace again.
Okay, so I've let these cook just a few minutes, and I'm going to take those up the same way I did with the other two things, and I'm just going to put them to the side. And it is a lot of steps to this because you're building layers, but it's worth it in the end. And I know I said it was a quick red beans and rice, but I'm going to tell you now what makes it quick. You use canned beans instead of dry ones. That's the only thing that makes it quick. Because if you use dry ones, which I do have, you would have to soak them and then cook them, which you could cook them with all of this stuff, but I prefer to cook them before, because if you don't cook kidney beans enough, they can be toxic. And I'll try to remember to leave a link down below for that. Alright, now I'm putting in 1 stalk of celery and 1 bell pepper.
We dance, our hearts have life again. Just stay one more night. I'll be by your side. Just stay.
If you ever wonder what makes a jalapeno hot, it's that part. And as you can see, I take almost every bit of it out. We want a little bit of heat, not a ton. But then again, if you want more, put more. And the jalapeno is completely optional. It's not something you have to put in there. But if you like it, then add it. And I always wear gloves because there was once that I was prepping some peppers that were not supposed to be hot. They were supposed to be sweet peppers, and I didn't use gloves. And whenever I was done, I washed my hands, but my hands just felt like they were just on fire. They just were so hot and just burning so bad, and they burned for about 2 days, and I did everything I could to try to make it stop burning, but couldn't figure it out. Now, I don't know if I'm just super sensitive to things, or if those peppers were somehow some kind of hybrid, or what happened. And I also do this with my glove once I'm done. But there's the bell pepper, the celery, and the jalapeno in there. And honestly, I don't know how hot these jalapenos are. They could be super hot or they could be super mild. I don't know, because they're always different. Okay, so those are probably enough, because they're going to cook a while in the other. Alright, so now I'm going to just add everything back. I'm going to add the onions back. I'm going to add the meat back. And yes, that's a lot. And I'm going to turn it off of saute. And I'm going to put it on slow cook. And I'm just going to, it's going to sound like it's sauteing for a little bit, because honestly it is still a little bit, because the heating element has to go down. But I'm going to just start adding all of my spices and everything else I need to add now. And I don't know if I told y'all, but I came up with this recipe. I don't know if it's right or not, so we're going with it. 1 tablespoon of parsley, dried parsley. Now, if you're using regular parsley, well, not dried, fresh, that's what it's called, fresh parsley, you would use a different amount. 1 teaspoon of oregano. I didn't show you the parsley, but you can see it's parsley. 1 teaspoon of that. And then 1 to 2 tablespoons of Creole seasoning. This is our favorite. Now, we use the bold or the regular. Since I put the jalapeno in there, I'm just going to put 1 in there today, because there is another heat element that's coming to this. So I'm just going to put 1 tablespoon of this. It's not quite full, but that's fine. And then this part is the part that it's just according to your heat. 1 to 4 tablespoons of hot sauce. This is Jeff's favorite brand, his favorite kind. So I'm just going to put 2 in there for now. And they can add more if they think they need it. Hopefully I'm not messing up and adding too much, because you never know about a jalapeno, how hot it is. Oops, that was loud. And now I'm going to add what would probably be equivalent to 3 cloves of garlic, maybe. I don't know. Just a couple of like 1.5 tablespoons, maybe 2 of garlic. I'm just using the already minced stuff. And then I'm going to put in 3 cans of light red kidney beans. You can use regular dark kidney beans, it's up to you. There's 2. And then the 3rd one. And you can use all kidney beans if you want to. But I'm using 1 can of drained and rinsed black beans in with it. Come out of there, beans. You can also use hold on. You can also use like dehydrated onion and dehydrated peppers. I do dehydrate my own. You could use dehydrated garlic. So all of these things except the meat could be like a pantry thing, and you would be able to make it from your prepper pantry or something like that. So now I'm going to add 2 cups of chicken stock. You can use whatever kind of stock or broth that you want. I'm using 2 cups of that, and then I'm just going to let it cook in the slow cooker for a couple of hours, or on the slow cooker mode for just a couple of hours, until everything gets heated through and the meat is completely cooked, and also for everything just to marry, to get together and just be friends with each other. And whenever I come back, I will have this ready. Get all those onions down in there. I will have it ready, and I will have the rice ready, and I'll show you what it looks like. So this is what it looks like after it's done. I'm trying to hold this camera in a way that it doesn't get fogged up. I think it's not going to work anyways. I will have the recipe for this in the a link to it in the description box down below, because this is my recipe. I will put it on my blog, and there'll be a printable recipe there. It's very liquidy, but you got to think about this is going to be going over rice. The rice is over here in this little Instant Pot. It's got just a few minutes left, and Noah wanted some cornbread, so I have that in there. I don't look presentable because I wasn't planning on getting on the camera, but that keeps fogging up, and I've already tried to record this part several times already. So I'm just going to show you all my weird face and my crazy hair. But anyway, this recipe it's different than other red beans and rice I've cooked, but Jeff and Noah like it. So what I did is I cooked it on the slow cooker setting, which is, I think it was high on this, is the way it would work. If you're using a regular slow cooker, it'd be high for 2 hours, but everything was pretty much cooked. It just wasn't, it just needed to heat through, and all the flavors get together, and all the onions had to finish softening up, and the peppers and all that stuff. And it does have a little bit of heat, but you can always do less of the the hot sauce. You can do no jalapeno. You could use, instead of the bold Cajun seasoning, use a less bold one. But I will take a picture of this, put it on the screen whenever it has it over the rice, so you can see what it looks like whenever it's the way it's supposed to be. And I'll link the recipe down below to my blog and everything. And I guess that's it, because as soon as this rice is done and the cornbread is done, it's time to eat, and that's just how it's gonna be. So I want to thank you guys for coming along with me on this Crocktober meal. Thank you for just, you know, supporting my channel. And I'll see you guys next time. Remember, don't take any wooden nickels, and be sweet.